So I really like preparations for church. So this is a little short story by Joseph McElroy. It was cut from Women and Men, and God, I really wish it wasn't because it is. It would have been one of my favorite vignettes in the novel. It's really a redux of Heinz Kidnap in the style of McElroy a la Women and Men, Actors in the House, and like Lookout Cartridge era. It's just so beautiful that it's about a son trying to find his estranged father. A little different from Heinz Kidnap, but the same. Like doesn't know who his father is, left at a young age. A bit of mystery why he hires a detective to help him find it, and then just like the relations that Enos goes through on throughout like his girlfriend, who his friend banged, and like his friend Bet, who's like a brother to him and everything, and also the detective too, who kind of starts to try to become friends with Enos. It has that really strange McElroy particular quality of like an intimate group of people who maybe shouldn't be that intimate. It's really interesting. Now, what I really loved about this novel is that it really does a beautiful job with the mundane that I've talked about in other McElroy videos, where he just likes to focus on the mundanity of everyday life. And there's a beautiful scene that's just like two characters talking at a baseball game, and just like I hate baseball, but I've been to a lot of baseball games because my brother's a baseball player, or was, and just sitting in the seats, the plastic of the seats, the food, all the thing that's going on in the game, kind of not paying attention too much, just idle talking on a weekday. Loved it, just nailed it, just beautiful, and just there's so many little moments like that throughout the short story, and I think it's just incredible. Like every McElroy short story, you don't really find out who the father is. There's implications to like it might be the detective, it might not, it might be this random dude who lives next door to him. There's no real answers, and there's not supposed to be. Unlike other McElroy stuff, it actually focuses on the if a lot. Okay, hear me out. Now, even though McElroy is heavily inspired by detective fiction, I feel a lot of it is there's not so much that focus on like two elements of like or multiple elements of the unknown, where it's like if this is the situation, what happens if this happens, or what happens this? So like you're in a situation, A or B might happen. Is it going to be A? Is it going to be B? Or is it going to be C that we don't know about? And the character dealing with that conflict. Usually in McElroy books, A is A, B is B, and it's just more the character uncovering that. The what if it is A, is not really taken into account. It's just like it's going to be that, we just have to uncover it. I think that's why Lookout Cartridge gets compared to a computer program so much. Now you have that in small little segments like the potential death of the mom of Jim Maine's mom in Women and Men, if the main character's daughter in Lookout Cartridge is still alive. But on this one, the if is so present and it's actually the main core of this story, and it really affects Enos. Because what if his father's an asshole? What if his father doesn't want to see him? What if his father did want to see him? All these permutations of the situation having no bearing as to which one it will be affects him throughout the novel, and he really needs his friend Bet to be there for him and help him guide through it, and Bet gets concerned about Enos throughout the novel. So, unlike a lot of McElroy prose, I really love this focus on that. And I kind of do wish some of his fiction focused on that more, but he's a master, he can do whatever he wants. Also, you get the strange relationship how, I'm not going to remember the names, but Enos is dating, I think it's Mary, who dated Bet, but now he's now dating Susan. And it's just that kind of common thing you kind of get with McElroy, where the men share the women a lot. Not like in a gross sense, but like there's a lot of like common affairs or situations like this. It's not like two men taking advantage of a woman. It's more like, hey, this relationship didn't work out with me, but it's working out for my best friend, and that's great. But it's not explicitly stated, but there's a little bit of that awkward tension and trepidation there. And also his new girlfriend having to deal with that knowledge as well. It's not the forefront, but there's an underlying thing of tension there, much like an Actress in the House, where the two characters and the wife and like the friend, it's like it's never explicitly stated, but there's some tension there, and there's some potential sexual tension, but some definite tension with past events in that novel as well. So at 40 pages, I actually think this is a very good primer to McElroy, even though he doesn't focus on the ifs later on in novels as much. It's such a beautiful McElroy novel. He hits all the points of mundanity, he hits all the points of gender relations, which is why it should have been included in women and men. He hits all the points of just the beautifulness of his prose, some parts of cognition and the characters thinking about and the potential of what might happen, and just that nothing really goes on, but there's a lot of emotional tension in the novel as well. So if you're looking for McElroy, a good place to start, I would probably recommend Preparations for Search. It's just a compact, just beautiful little novel. You know, when I was out here before, last year, we had the plankton in the ocean, so the waves would just light up and it'll be all blue. It was pretty crazy. It was one of the most beautiful experiences I saw, and it kind of brings you back to that primal idea of religion. And I just imagine being like the only person walking out here and seeing that. And then if I had to go back to my tribe and explain that, how else could I define it other than like a mythical figure or some spiritual experience? And then just imagine my tribes and like, you're full of crap, bro. And then come to like, oh my God, it's the ocean god. He wasn't lying. But I don't know why I have these thoughts.